So I started to hear from a lot of people, like, is this the time to start buying? And I'll hear this from people that are excited about the market, right? Like, it's pretty much like Howard said the other day, Howard Lindsay, it's the only game in town right now, right? Like, sports are closed, so well, what can people bet on? People can bet on the market. The markets have been open the entire time. Amazing. So, with so many people approaching the market and wanting to get involved, and them saying that, is this the time to buy? It's not about this being the time to buy. It's not about finding an exact bottom. The bottom is not the opportunity. The market itself is the opportunity. And you know what? The market is an infinite stream of opportunity. So it would be like, you got your cup, right? Let's say you've got your cup and you are going to the ocean, right? So you walk down to the ocean, you're waiting for the wave to come in, and you've got your cup, and you're like, I'm gonna catch that wave. And you run out and you put your cup there, and you miss the wave, and you're like, damn it, I missed the wave. And you just go and you sit on the beach and you sulk. Right? Like, it's ridiculous. Why would you care about that wave? There's another wave coming, another wave coming. If you want to catch the wave, just put your cup out. There'll be another wave. If you want to just catch any water, just put your cup in the ocean and you will get water. That's the market. It's endless water. The opportunities are always there. There's always going to be more opportunities coming your way. The only thing that you need to do is figure out, how do you want to capture these opportunities, and how do you do that? Well, the first thing that you're going to want to do is figure out, what is your goal? So, are you trying to generate an income with this? Is it going to be a primary income for you? Is it going to be supplemental income, like a side hustle? Is it going to be something that you're doing like a little bit longer term? Are you trying to swing trade? Are you trying to trade a little bit less frequently? Are you doing this for your retirement, right? Like, do you want to only be involved, say, once a month and not have to worry about anything else? Figure out what your different goals are and how you want to operate. That'll help you figure out, well, let me start reverse engineering how I want to get to my goal. So let's say you want your supplemental income. Okay, great. And you want to swing trade. So you want to be able to look at the market, check it once a day, maybe towards the end of the day, do the bulk of your work at night on the weekend. Sounds good. That's how I do it. That's how one of my biggest inspirations, Nicholas Darvis, did it back in the 50s, before we had internet and computers and all this stuff, right? He was able to make it work. We can make it work. And you could make it work while still having a family and a job and kids and all this stuff, right? Great way to trade. So then you need to figure out, well, what can I reasonably execute, right? So you're coming up with how you're going to execute, how you're going to place your orders. Well, how often you're going to check the market and when. And the last part of it too is you need to figure out, well, what are my beliefs about trading, about money? Because you're only going to be able to execute based off of your beliefs. And this is the part where most people skip and they run into all kinds of problems. I was one of the guys that skipped this part and ran into problems for years. And so I'm telling you this now because I don't want to see you hit the same kind of problems that I did. So, no, well, what did I do? Well, what did I do wrong, right? So, let me see, where's the book? Don't have the book on me right now, but there's, actually, here's the book. I started out with this book right here. How to Make Money in Stocks by William O'Neill. Fantastic book. I actually didn't start with this book, but this is the book that got me on the right path, right? Like, I read it. Everything in here made a ton of sense about how stocks move, about what drives moves fundamentally, that when stocks have increasing earnings, increasing sales, those are the types of stocks that go up 100, 200, 500% or more in a relatively short period of time. Makes a lot of sense, right? If a company is making more money, selling more stuff, then its stock price would go up, right? Like, of course. Then there's a lot of different patterns that form. Technical patterns like price charts, you can see different things, different types of consolidations and what those are doing. Like as price is moving around and it starts to tighten up, that's giving you a range to play against. So you buy here, you would sell down here if it breaks below that. Worked for O'Neill, worked for Darvis that came before him, and many other people trade this way too. Great. I started to treat this like a cookbook, and that's the exact wrong thing to do. It's not a cookbook, it's somebody's thoughts that, and he also says in here too, and most people miss this part, that it's not his system, it's the market system. So it's the way that the market was speaking to him. You need to figure out how the market is speaking to you, just like how I needed to figure out how the market was going to speak to me. So it's in the alignment with his beliefs. That's what, that's the filter by which he's trading off of. I need to figure out the filter that I will be trading off of, and the same thing will apply for you as well. So how do we figure out what that filter is? Our beliefs are the filter. So if we have, say you read a book like this, you read Darvis, you read Minerini, you read my book when it comes out, and you're like, man, like those are some really great trading beliefs. Let me adopt all this stuff. But if you haven't questioned what your other beliefs are, if you haven't gone through, like, my trading beliefs are this, and you write them down, and you haven't gone through, well, my money beliefs are this, and writing them down, you could have one hijacking the other, and that creates so much freaking havoc. It's insane. So, treated this like a cookbook. Made a lot of sense to me, but my beliefs about money were trash, right? I still believed at that time when I first went through this, like about 11 years ago, was that people that are wealthy, they're generally crooks, right? Like they cheat people, they steal, they're very stingy. All like beliefs that didn't make any sense at all. Now that I'm years later and I have wealthy friends and like accumulated stuff myself, like like the people that I know that are wealthy, like it tends to be like the more wealth that you have, the more that you want to give, and that's true for pretty much like any wealthy person that I personally met. Like I've yet to find like people that have abundance that are just very selfish and stingy. They tend not to hold on to their wealth. I needed to get over that belief because in the beginning it was self-sabotaging. I didn't want to accumulate wealth because I didn't want to turn into what I thought wealthy people were. Where did that belief come from? Growing up in poverty, having parents that when I was 6 or homeless, and we, like, well, why? Because, well, the bank wants to toss us out. And that's the type of beliefs that my mom and stepdad gave me. Well, it's not that at all, right? But as a 6-year-old, as a kid, like getting different beliefs and it just stays buried for so long, if you don't question what your beliefs are later on in life or where they came from, you get to hold on to those beliefs. And it would be the equivalent of believing as an adult that, there's Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy, and these things aren't serving us as adults, and neither is holding on to crappy money beliefs. So do yourself a favor. Take some time, grab a pen, grab some paper, write out what your beliefs are about trading and about money, start questioning them, and you'll start to get past what could be holding you back and have held you back for a very long period of time. That was the real turning point for me, and I believe that it'll be the real turning point for you. Let me know, comment below, and again, I'll be glad to help you with any of this stuff. Just feel free, drop a comment, reach out. I'm here to help.